Hello, hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Thank you guys so much for coming over to my channel. I very much appreciate it. Hello, Rena Bass. Hello, Mary Langley. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, guys. So I was wondering what could we talk about tonight? So I wanted to talk about is why does everyone want Melanie to come back to the show and they wanted her off the show? Now, y'all know I usually don't put Melanie pictures up here with people from her past. But on this occasion, because they called for her, I decided to put the picture up there. But this is just a one-time thing. But I'm trying to figure out why do they want Melanie to come back on the show? They were so, wanted her to leave off the show. Why do they want her back on the show? Hello, Sonia. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. Why do they want her back on the show? Is because the ratings are down? Hello, Dot Willie. So I'm trying to figure out why do they want her back on the show? Even though we know Melanie is not coming back on the show, what would be the reason that they want Melanie to come back on the show? When she was on the show, they act like they couldn't wait for her to leave her own show. So what is the reason now that they want her back on the show? Do y'all got any suggestions of why they want her to come back on the show? Any ideas? They even said if they can just get her to make appearances on the show, they would like her to come back. So y'all let me know what would be the reason that they want her to come back on the show. Do you think it has something to do with coleslaw? My lady said, hello, my lady. I believe they want Melanie back on the show to stop coleslaw. Okay. But they think that, they said that they would drag her if she get on there, I don't think, that, my whole thing is if somebody come on the show and they say they got information on me or my husband, bring it on. Let's go. Let's go. That's me. I'm always saying, let's go. You got it, bring it. That's me right there. Bring it. You got some information, bring it. That's me. I'm not dodging, I'm not ducking nothing. You got it, bring it. Let's do it. Y'all been saying for years, y'all got this paperwork. Y'all break, whatever. You know what? This is me. If somebody's saying they got proof that my husband did something or I did something, bring it on. Let's do it. Y'all been saying for years, y'all got this, y'all got tapes, y'all got receipts, y'all got people. Bring them on. Let's do it. And then we can compare apples to apples. Let's go. Because I don't like people to think they got one up on me. I don't like it at all. So if y'all got information, bring the information. Bring the receipts. Bring the receipts. Y'all hear my rod? Do I got to bring the receipts? Bring them. Bring the receipts, because I don't want nobody holding nothing on my head, up over my head. So bring the receipts so we can get this all out in the opening. For years, y'all keep saying y'all got receipts. Bring them on out. Y'all bring the people. Y'all can even bring the people. And we can get this out in the open. You know, this would be good for the show because everybody wants people to bring the receipts. They want them to bring the people. I think that would be good for their show. Bring it. Bring everybody. If you got receipts, me, I'm a type of woman. If you say you got something on me or my husband, bring it. Bring it. Let's just put it all out in the open. Put all the cards on the table. And if I had infidelity in my marriage and I'm on the show and the show is a reality show, I'll just say it. You know, but see, this is the thing with me. I already said I'm not going to put up with infidelity. But if you are a woman that if your husband commit infidelity on you and you're willing to work through it, because I know a lot of women do, you should be able to say, yes, this happened. We went through it, just like Chris and Neil. That happened. They got through it. That's what you should be able to do. I don't understand what the problem is. Just bring it on out. Bring it out. So we can y'all can get through it. And then that way people can stop saying that they got evidence on y'all. Let it come to the forefront. If they got people with the evidence, they got receipts, they got tapes, they got pictures, let them bring it out so you can get it over with once and for all. And if somebody do got something on your husband or your wife, okay, we gonna get through it. Okay, this is how you're gonna get through it. Instead of saying people are messing with people's marriage, bring the receipts so then y'all can get through it. I wouldn't play games like that where people say they got shit on me. But hey, bring it. I would let them put all the cards on the table. Bring the women, bring the men. Whoever said that they didn't mess with who, whatever. Bring them all. So we can get all the shit and put it on the table. I would do that. Because if you don't do it, people are going to keep on having stuff over your head. If it's Marcel and Maurice, they should have a talk with their wives and tell them to put the shit on the table. Because Martell, y'all see I got two pictures of Martell. You got the, that's Jekyll and Hyde. You got the Jekyll and Hyde right there. Jekyll and Hyde. You got Thugged Out Project Martell with the white t-shirt on. And then you got the other Martell, the one that fooled everybody, who supposed to be a high-valued man, sophisticated man. So you don't know who you're going to get. When you don't know who you're going to get on that show, him, or you don't know if you'll get the thug or the project, or you're going to get high-valued, sophisticated man. So that's why he got two pictures right there. So, you don't know if you'll get the project rung out. You don't know which one you're going to get. So you got to be prepared for both of them. But me personally, there's no way. Like I said, I don't hate nobody. I can dislike people. I don't hate Kimmy or Tisha, none of them. I dislike them. But if me as a woman, Maurice and Marceau, they should sit down and have a talk with their wives and Letitia, put it on the table. Put all the shit on the table. Put it all. If Coleslaw want to bring people on the show, and she want to have a voice on the show, and she keeps saying she got all this shit on them, Martell them say they got all this shit on them. Let them bring it and put it all on the floor. Put it on the floor. Put it on the fucking floor. If y'all got tapes, y'all got people, put everything on the floor. And if they can prove that this happened, okay, it happened. Now me and him gonna deal with it. If that's what y'all want to do, y'all gonna deal with it. But don't let people keep having shit over y'all fucking head, talking about they got this and that. And Martell is good with that. Martell gonna keep on bringing the shit up. So I would just put it all out there. Y'all see Chris and Neil put their shit out there. Yes, Chris cheated on me. She put it out there. So can't nobody bring nothing that she already know about. And they didn't deal with it already. Now, People say that Chris is still out here in DMs, allegedly, and still out here doing the do. Now, do Nell fully trust Chris now? I don't know. Maybe she do, maybe she don't. Because I know in the back of her head, allegedly she could be saying, if he did it once, he could do it again. Just saying. I'm just saying. Think about that. We're going to talk about that. So I want y'all to let me know, in the chat what y'all think. Let me know what y'all, think in the chat. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this mess with Funky Neva and Tamar. Oh my God. Look, y'all know Funky Neva is the king of mess. She ain't got no sense. Funky Neva ain't got no sense. So if they gonna come for Funky Neva gonna drag it. So him and Tamar are gonna be going back and forth forever. Hey, Proud Mimi, my tea sipper. Hello, Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Deborah. Who else is in here? My tea sipper, Proud Mimi. Welcome. Hello, Chanel Monet, Rena Baz. Who else is in here? Hello, Brittany. Hello, baby girl. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Just making sure I didn't miss nobody. I decided to come on camera. I said, I'm never on camera. Let me come on camera so my people can see me. Hello, Lorsy Jones. Hello, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, guys. We're gonna be taking a look at Tamar. Now, some people say she didn't lose no teeth. Some people say she wasn't in a pool of blood. Some people say that she made this up all for her video for her new song. But we got a dentist saying that it did happen, that Tamar had to get new teeth. Okay? So we're going to take a look at that and see what the dentist have to say. Why was you in the hospital recovering? Now, hey, I'm not saying that you didn't get your teeth knocked out. I'm not saying that at all. You might have got your teeth knocked out, or stumped out, kicked out, whatever. It ain't my business. I'm just reporting what's going on in the YouTube streets. Hey, do I think something wrong with Tamar? Yeah. Some people got a little bit crazy more than others. Yes. Hey. Tamar likes fame. She likes to be talked about. And when she's not getting talked about a lot, she do stuff to get us to talking about her. Okay. Now, Funky Neva. It's iffy with him. But I don't like if somebody didn't do something or whatever that you get him dragged out here in these YouTube streets. Now, if he didn't know about whatever the plan was and he's getting dragged, you should come out here and say, well, hey, Funky didn't know about this and that. Y'all don't, leave him out of this. Now, be a woman about that. Now, be a woman about that now, Tamar. Come on now. Now, I'm just saying, at least be a woman about that part, okay? And this man getting drug out here all up and down the YouTube streets. Now, be a woman about that. Be a woman about that. Okay? If he didn't have nothing to do with it, he didn't know nothing about it, don't let this man get drug up and down these YouTube streets. Okay? All right, we're going to talk about Cardi B. Cardi B allegedly is on her fourth baby. Now, the word on the curve is that she went out, I guess, met up with Offset. So, I don't know if Offset is saying that possibly could be his baby or Stefan Diggs. Now, I know Cardi B got money. She could afford the kids. But she got a 1-year-old. The baby is only 1 year old. Now, allegedly, is it true what they're saying about Stefan Diggs? He got 2 women already pregnant, right? That's getting ready to have babies by him. Why would you put yourself in there being the third one to have a baby by him? You already had 3 kids. What you felt left out? Allegedly. You already had 3 kids, huh? There was no need for you to go get pregnant. Now, I've seen pictures of Cardi B. Do Cardi B look pregnant? Heck yeah, she looked pregnant. And yeah, we already know Cardi B. When she get pregnant, she start wearing big clothes because y'all know Cardi B usually wear tight clothes, tight fitting clothes, okay? But now she's wearing loose clothes. She's in court. So we're seeing her every day with different hairstyles, different suits and things on that are not tight fitting. They're loose fitting. So yeah, well, Who baby is it? Stephon Diggs or Offsets? We will see. Also, guys, there's more information that came out about this pastor. This man had the people sleeping in the call center trying to get money donated to their church. Now, guys, we got to have some common sense about ourselves, okay? Now, I know we all want to do stuff for the Lord, but look, God said do, what you could do, for the church, but you got to have some common sense, guys. Who, is going to sleep in the church? Now, a lot of people work at churches, they get paid for it, and sometimes you can volunteer at the church. There's nothing wrong with that. But am I going to sleep in the call center day and night trying to get donations for a church? No, ma'am. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So I'm not going to do that. So, no, you got to have common sense for yourself. Am I going to donate all my money to the church? I can pay my tithes. And if I got some extras, I can give some extras. I can do that. But donate all my money. And if I get a big lawsuit or win a lottery or something, tell the church and give the church all the money? No, ma'am. No. And then the pastors living in a mansion, I can't do it. Now, God didn't tell you to be stupid either. He ain't told you to be stupid. Okay? So, no, ma'am, I'm not going to do it. Also, we're going to have our Black culture or what have you. All right, so we're past our 10-minute mark. All things said are alleged in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. I do not own the rights to any of the music or any of the clips that you may see on my channel. Also, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, there is an allowance for fair use, fair use, fair use. Okay? All right, guys. So let's get to it. Let's get to it here. Let's start off with let's start off with Tamar and Funky Dineva. Let's get that out the way. So I did want to come on screen because I've been behind the screen all week long, So I said, let me come on here and quit hiding myself. So I decided to show my face today. How's everyone doing? Hello, Lady B. Hello, hello. Hello, Overcomer I Am 6. You said that's a coat? Yeah, it's a coat. No. And then just like the people up there in Arkansas who's doing the only white town, they don't want any other blacks, Puerto Ricans, Latinos, nobody else. Only whites can be up there. Now all of a sudden things are falling apart. Now they want the government to help them with their only white town. They need money for housing. They need money to build stuff. Thank you, Dot Willie. So now the only white town wants help from the government now. Now, y'all said y'all was going to return to the land, right? So why do y'all need help from the government? They want the government to help fund everything. Let me know. Now, a couple of years, we're going to probably see about some incest up there, allegedly. Now, guys, you also can support the channel by ways of Cash App that's going across the stream. You can do super chat, super stickers, and also you can give membership or become a member for $2.99 if you would like. And then also, guys, on the video there is a hype button on there, and if you like the video, you can hype the video up if you would like. You can hype it up if you would like. Okay. And then also make sure you're watching our commercials as well, because that helps with the revenue. Thank you. All right, guys. So let's get into this here. Give me 1 second. We're going to look at this, guys. I just can't believe these people are asking for money. After you said this was an all-white town, now you want the government to help fund things for you. I'm just not understanding this. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna see what's going on. Okay, guys, we're gonna get into the pastor first, guys. I want you to listen to this mess here, guys. And the pastor, I don't know what's going on with his hair. I don't know if they woke him up early in the morning, they got him out the house and took him to jail, because it looks like on one picture he got a jerry curl, the other picture's hair all over his head. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here with the pastor. But it's two pastors now. It was one pastor, now it's two. Now the church was supposed to pay for a lawyer for this pastor. They ain't pay for none, y'all. So we know there's some scamming going on here, guys. So let's take a look at this pastor here. Y'all got to know when to donate to churches and when not. It's all right to pay your taxes. I mean, your tithes and things like that, and give, what you can when the collection plate go around. But don't go giving these churches all of your money, and these pastors living in mansions and got 7 and 8 cars, Maybach trucks. They got helicopters, jets, and and things like that, airplanes and stuff like that. No, I'm not gonna do it. But let's listen and see what's going on here, guys.
Now tonight, a major FBI raid in Tampa's luxury Avila neighborhood is linked to what's being called a religious cult. Sky 9 captured this video you see here showing FBI agents outside of the mansion belonging to the church's religious leader.
Charges include forced labor, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. That church leader's so-called second in command is also charged and faced a judge in federal court this afternoon. And that's where we find Spectrum Bay News 9's Sandra Weathers. Sandra, what have you learned?
Well, that suspect, Michelle Brannon, she was taken into custody here in Tampa, and she faced a judge today thinking she was going to get bond, but then she told the judge she was supposed to be being represented by attorneys that were paid for by the church. But when court officials reached out to those attorneys, they say they got no answer. None of the numbers are working. So the suspect is now going to have to try to find a lawyer for tomorrow to try to see if she can get bond. It is just one of the many twists in this case. Investigators say this $8.2 million Tampa mansion is one of many locations where a religious cult ran a forced labor and money laundering scheme for years.
Lift your hands and say, Lord, give me revelation right now.
This video just uploaded Sunday of David E. Taylor delivering a sermon from his Kingdom of God Global Church, formerly known as Joshua Media Ministries International, is part of what federal prosecutors say he used to turn his followers into victims of labor exploitation, psychological abuse, and threats of violence, reportedly forcing his followers, who he referred to as armor bearers, to work and live in his call centers for no pay in an effort to raise thousands of dollars from people who called into the ministry's prayer hotline. In one instance, Taylor reportedly threatened members to raise $164,000 or be punished with no dinner, pouring cold water on victims' faces and forcing them to stay awake until 4 a.m. and be back up again at 8 a.m.
Thank you for calling Apostle David E. Taylor's executive office and his 24/7 miracle prayer line.
When we called the church's hotline, we were greeted with this message, and then someone came on the line ready to connect us with someone for prayer. According to this indictment, Taylor didn't act alone. On the JMMI website, Michelle Brannon is listed as his spiritual daughter and executive to the ministry, but court documents refer to her as his second in command. She reportedly made sure victims followed all the orders from Taylor under threat of violence and condemnation. Victims were cut off from their families and weren't allowed to leave the properties without permission, according to documents. According to reports, the suspects reportedly raised more than $50 million in a scheme that lasted more than a decade. Now, you see that video that was taken at that Tampa mansion. There are 2 cars there where you see big bows on the top. Those are some of the luxurious items that federal authorities say these suspects are accused of using that money to pay for. Again, that suspect, Taylor, the church's pastor, is arrested in North Carolina and expected to face a judge. This case is expected to be tried in Michigan, one of the several states that this church has different properties in. Of course, this is a story we'll continue to follow and bring you more updates. Reporting live in Tampa, Sandra Weathers, Spectrum Bay News 9.
Our top story now tonight, a major FBI raid in Tampa's luxury Avila neighborhood is linked to what's being called a religious cult.
Now, let me know, what do y'all think about that, guys? What do y'all think about this church? They had to sleep there, no pay, 4 o'clock, and then get back up at 8. Got water poured on them. They could not go home to their families at all. They had quotas they had to meet. They had to meet. That's why I say, and then those cars with the big bowls on them. And then who was that Caucasian lady? So she was the second in command. So with this man here, what was they running? And it looks like he got a really, really big church. Man, these churches are getting really bad. But we do have churches here in Wisconsin like that. Y'all know I told y'all about the other church. The pastor, he has a mansion, he has a elevator in his house, he has a Rolls Royce, he has a Maybach, he has security in the church. They're off-duty police officer. Now I can understand the security because some people are crazy. They do come in the church and do stuff. They got time machines in the church, so you can't say, oh, I wasn't able to make it to, the time machine because I'll be late for church. Oh, they got that covered. They got a time machine in the church. Okay. They got off-duty police up there where, it's like something like a red carpet where they have like the ropes and stuff up there. You can't get too close to the pastor and things like that. So they do have churches here in Wisconsin like that. Some of the pastors got helicopters. They got private jets and stuff like that. They got mansions. So, and then they make more money because they have schools added onto their church and daycare. So they even get more money. So I don't, I'm not saying nothing about the churches. I don't like churches like that. I think if we going to work, the pastor should be going to work too. I don't think that, some pastors need all these luxury cars. They got to have tailored suits. They suits get made, custom made. They have all this jewelry on. It's just got out of hand. So if people want to donate their money to the pastor who's living better than you, hey, by all means, go ahead. I'm just not that member. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got it. Michelle said, I think it's immoral, but it's what he did legal. Is it right? No, but it is against the law. I'm seriously asking. I'm not condoning. It's just asking. They got him. They got him at court, Michelle. They in court. They saying that. I think they're trying to say that they was holding those members hostage where they couldn't go meet their families, and if they didn't meet a certain quota, they didn't get food or anything. That's kind of like enslavement, allegedly. That they didn't meet certain guidelines, they wouldn't get no dinner or nothing, and they had to sleep at that call center. If they go to sleep, they get water thrown on them. I don't think that was right. They were money laundering. It's to get money laundering. That's against the law. You have people working for you and not paying them. Well, I guess, I think they saying that, how pastors try to fool people talking about you working for God. I don't serve men, I serve God. I heard that, Lady B. Everyone that has a church isn't called by the Lord. Right. And some people don't understand that you have to be called by God to preach. You just can't say, wake up one morning and say, I'm going to be a pastor. This is what I'm going to do. It don't work like that. You said that's a shame. People calling for prayer, being milked for money. Yeah, I thought when you calling for the prayer line, you calling for a prayer line, you got to give money now. I didn't know that was part of the thing here where you got to give money. Probably I didn't know that. Just saying. There's no way I would do that. Those people were under a spell. Yeah, it's a lot of them like that. Look at the MAGA people. Look at the MAGA people. They didn't cut off your Medicare. They cutting off Medicare, your food stamps, your child care. They closing down hospitals in our rural areas and things like that. And you're gonna have to drive an hour or two to get to a hospital. And these people still stand up there and vote for him. Your farms are going under. You're losing your farms. You got to go bankrupt and everything. And people still vote for him. They don't care. They don't care. The man cutting off your Medicare and Medicaid. So you mean to tell me you're going to vote against your own interests where your Medicaid is getting cut off, everything. Your medication and went back up now. So people, I don't know. Some people are just, I don't know. You said, how could you follow someone like them? They look and sound like scammers. Yes, but some people, some people don't got family, so they just cling on to people. Yes, it was an early morning raid because his hair all on the top of his head. He didn't have time to curl his hair. They should have had that figured out before they decided to build their white only town. Yep, but they asking for money from the government now. Yes, does hype bring more traffic to your channel? Yes, Dot Willie, it does. Yes, show that pretty face. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lady B. Overcomer, I'm sick. She said, that's a coat. Yes. You said Cardi B does look pregnant, but she says she's not. Y'all know Cardi B does that. She hides herself. Cardi B case is looking good for her so far. Yes. Yes, Michelle, I think Cardi B is pregnant. You believe that female dentist, but you guys, what I'm trying to figure out, what was the angle here though? I'm trying to figure out, guys, how did her teeth get kicked, knocked, or stumped out? And her nose gets fractured. What happened? Because if they saying, just listen to this. Okay, if somebody's going to be in your let me come back on here. Let me come back on the screen. Okay, listen to this, guys. If somebody's going to be in your video, right? Just say a man actor, right? He married or spiritually married, whatever type of marriage they got going on, guys, right? That's fine, y'all doing business together. But what would be the point of him coming back to your house? And this is a married man. What would be the point of him coming back to your home? Now, I'm trying to figure out that part. What is he coming back to your house for? I'm not understanding that part. That's where I'm getting lost at. You said he was for he's gonna be in your video. Okay, cool. But like I said, I've never known Mandisi to act. But hey, if he's getting into acting, go ahead. But what is he coming back to your place for? Just acting. And then how did it come when you getting your teeth knocked out, your nose fractured, and all this? Just acting. Hello, Teresa. Hatred the people to be able to do the devil's work. He is the Antichrist. Yeah, look, I'm telling y'all, you are right. This is spiritual warfare. Yeah, look, y'all, we're in the last days. I've already come to that conclusion. We're in the last days. All these floods, these people, yes, these pastors. Now, I'm not saying all pastors, but I'm saying some of them. Just saying. Just saying. Y'all do got my fan on because y'all know I'll be having my hot flashes. So I got to have my fan on. Okay, guys, let's get into Cardi B. But I'm going to follow that story. We're going to keep up with this pastor here. Now, before we get over to guys, all the bows on the cars. So y'all done took that money and went out and bought all these cars. What do you need 5 to 6 cars for? You got, I would say 2 at the most. Okay, what are you gonna do with all the cars? And they look like really nice cars, though. Don't get me wrong; they looked like really nice cars. But some people don't have no shame. They don't care about their ass going to hell or nothing. They don't care. They don't care. But let's get into Cardi B, guys, where the dentist is going to come on here and say that because first she was hooked up with Dr. Heavily because she asked for Dr. Heavily number from Funky. But people are saying allegedly that Dr. Heavily don't do good dental work. So I guess that's why Tamar called this lady here, but we're going to listen to what she says. Right? We're going to listen. Because this lady right here is saying that Tamar called her in regards to her teeth. So we're going to take a look here.
And sharing her near-death experience.
I just had to speak about what I was going through.
Hi, my name is Dr. Amira Ogunleya, and I am a cosmetic dentist out of Miami, Florida. I was recently contacted by Tamar Braxton's team, who reported a very traumatic injury.
Ooh.
She woke up in a pool full of blood and saw many fractured teeth on her floor. She flew to me immediately within 24 hours. Upon evaluation, I confirmed that she did, in fact, have several fractured teeth. She even had an avulsed tooth, which is a tooth that's come completely out of the socket. She also appeared to have a fractured septum. We were able to perform immediate oral surgery on her, and we were able to stabilize her for now as she continues to heal. However, she will require several appointments to get her fully to her original smile. We also recommended that Tamar immediately see a medical doctor to evaluate, which appeared to be the deviated septum, broken septum. And upon their evaluation, they determined that she did, in fact, have a fractured nose. As far as the cause, the medical team ruled out seizure, ruled out stroke, and the only thing left that it could possibly be is somnambulism, which is sleepwalking. Oftentimes, in cases of sleepwalking, the person has no memory or recollection of what they've done. They're able to walk, they're able to move, they can even injure themselves, and then they do not remember the next day. That appears to be our best guess right now, as we're still trying to figure out how something like this occurred. And although Tamar's situation is rare, this is a great learning opportunity that if this ever does happen to you, if you find yourself in a situation with an avulsed tooth, you should pick up your tooth by the crown, not the root. Touching the tooth by the root could harm a lot of the vitality of it. You want to try to rinse it with milk or saline. And if you can, you want to insert it directly back into the socket if possible. If you're unable to do that, you can store it in milk or inside the cheek of your mouth. The idea is to keep it moist and see your dentist immediately. And we might have a chance to re-implant it, and eventually the bone will integrate with it once again. Now, we are working extremely hard for Tamar, and we are confident that we're going to restore her smile back to its original beautiful state. It is imperative. People's smiles are so much bigger than just the aesthetic. This is the way we communicate. And for her, this is her gift to all of us, her beautiful voice. So we will update you soon with a beautiful new Tamar.
Tamar Braxton sharing her near-death experience.
I just had to speak about what I was going through.
Hi, my name is Dr. Amira Ogunleya, and I am a cosmetic dentist out of Miami, Florida. I was recently contacted by Tamar Braxton's team, who reported a very traumatic injury.
Okay, guys, let's talk about this here. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it here. So do y'all think okay, so hello, Monique, hello. No, we're not talking about Scientology. No. What is it? Nope, we're not talking about that. Now, they trying to say that she was sleepwalking and harmed herself. So Tamar was sleepwalking. The doctor, they said that's the best answer they can give. That she was sleepwalking. That's what the doctor just said, and harmed herself. Now, how do you sleepwalk and knock all your teeth out? Now I've heard of people sleepwalking, because my oldest son used to sleepwalk, but he was sleepwalking, come in my room, he'd sit down and stuff like that. And then, it's dangerous to touch people who are sleepwalking. So I would just say, Cal, go back in your room, this and that. And he would get up and go back in his room. Or he would get like food and stuff and just start eating stuff, something like that. But he was never dangerous or anything like that. I've never heard of, and then eventually he grew out of it. Okay. But I've never heard of people knocking out their teeth, fraction themselves. I'm now confused with that part. Now, I know about the sleepwalking part, but how do you knock out your teeth and stuff? I'm confused. Doctors are not supposed to talk about patients' condition. HIPAA law. Well, maybe Tamar gave her permission, you think, Lady B, to talk about it? Hey, Linda. Look. You said maybe Tamar didn't go to Dr. Hector because I do not think she is a cosmetic dentist, and plus she is in surgical. She in surgical dentistry. Yeah, Tamar needed a surgical dentist, so maybe Dr. Heavenly don't do that. But wow, they said they think she was sleepwalking and knocked her teeth out. She knocked a lot of her teeth out, from sleepwalking. Tamar did. She knocked up. This is all allegedly. I'm just going by what the dentist said, that she could have possibly was sleepwalking because Tamar cannot remember what happened to her. And that's okay. If you can't remember what happened to you, that's fine. Okay. But hey, that's that is dangerous. Now another thing I did hear of, people have got in their car and drove places while sleepwalking. I saw this on a court TV. They were sleepwalking and they came back home and had dirt and everything on them. They was in court. I think he unalived somebody or did something. I've heard of that, but not the part where they're knocking out teeth and all, this and that. Let me know if y'all ever heard of somebody who sleepwalked and, did a lot of damage to themselves. She could have had a bad fall while sleepwalking. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Now let's get on this subject right here, guys. Now, what is the reason, guys, that they're asking for Melanie? We're gonna put a pin in that for a minute with Tamar. But what is the reason, guys, that they wanted Melanie off the show really bad, guys, right? When Melanie first left the show, they said they were glad Melanie was gone, blah, blah, this and that. So why all of a sudden do they want her back on the net? And, even if they said that she don't come back to the show, she can make appearances on the show. That's another thing, Do you think they have now realized that Melanie was the star of that show? Melanie had the spark for that show, and she had the storylines for people. She connected with all of them in different ways where they all could use her for a storyline. And now that they don't have that no more, they realizing that she was really, she held them together. She held the show together. So is that one reason? Now people are saying that without Melanie, they wouldn't have had no job. We wouldn't have knew them. So do you think now they're realizing, that she was the star of that show? And do you think they realize that they made a mistake by her leaving? Do you think they should have been nicer to her? And now the shit that Martell is doing now, do they see it now and want to apologize? I'm not saying Melanie should come back to the show or anything, because sometimes when God tell you to leave a situation, you don't leave. He just makes things worse for you. He does. When God tell you to go leave something, you don't do it. He makes things worse. So Melanie, she said God told her to go again, and He told her to leave that show. And ever since then, and when Melanie says that, God just keeps opening up doors and doors for her. He does. He keeps opening up the doors for her. He opened up doors for her. And Melody has not skipped a beat since she left that show. She got another. She just did the what was Cartel speaking engagement. She did something with what is it called? With another, she did another speaking engagement with Honeywell, I think it was. Now she's getting ready to do another speaking engagement with another thing. She's getting ready to do another speaking engagement. Her TikTok lives be popping. She makes a lot of money with that. I like how she's incorporating Boss Baby into, selling her products. So we already got Sugar Mama. Then Mariah's next. She's going to do something with tennis. So when God told her to go, he had, something else in store for her. Sharnita World is coming out this spring. So she's doing her thing. He keeps her busy with her e-commerce class, with her property preservation class. So we know she ain't missing no money. So he keeps her popping. But I'm just saying, sometimes you don't miss your well till it run dry. And now I think they are realizing that show ain't popping, because I think they said they down 1,000 people from the viewings. I don't think the viewings are there, because they were number one. I think they did drop down to number 2 or 3, because I think Hard and Hustle is number 2 right now. And Hard and Hustle, I think, is getting up there to that number 1 spot, because it looks like Hard and Hustle has a lot of people tuned in. So Hard and Hustle might be taking over for number 1, guys. What do y'all think? Let me know if y'all watching Hard and Hustle. I think Hard and Hustle is coming for that number 1 spot, y'all. Hello, Valerie. Yep, I think it's better. Sometimes your mental health, guys, is better. It's better. Michelle, the feds, Wanda said that. Miss Wanda said that she was on her live. She said that I was watching it on somebody else's channel. She said that she doesn't have any ill will towards Melody. She said even that when Melody left the show, she said Letitia and Marcel were on good terms. She said that without Melody, she wouldn't have had a job. This is all what Miss Wanda said. She wouldn't have had no job if it wasn't for Melody. We wouldn't have known who she was. She said that Melody, built that show. She said that Melody, what did she say? She said Melody built that, as part of that show. She built the show. And she said that she wouldn't let nobody come and take over what she built. She said even if Melody won't come back, she think Melody should come make appearances on the show. So she was saying some really good things about Melody. She said that she said, I wasn't talking about Melody kids. I wasn't talking about Sugar Mama. That's what she was saying. So that's what she was saying. So they want her to come and make appearances on the show, even if she won't come back. And then, and another thing, Melody made the, how can I put it? Melody could talk to, had storylines for all of them. She had storylines with Kimmy. She had storylines with Maurice. She had storylines with Letitia. She had storylines with Marceau. And to a point, she had storylines with Martell at one point. So she could have storylines with everybody on that show, and everybody was able to have a storyline with Melody. You get what I'm saying? So now they don't have that versatility with all the cast members, because all the cast members don't get along. Even with Nell, even with Chris. So they don't have that versatility with everybody no more. Because that one person could, talk to everybody on that show, could get a storyline from her. They don't have that no more. And they, and they probably missing Mel's fan base as well. Yep, they only want to use Mel. Yep. Yes, I love Hard and Hustle too. You said Love and Marriage Huntsville is still number for now. I do enjoy Hard and Hustle. Okay. All right. Sonia said they want Melanie's fan base. Okay. Make sure you all are registered for Melanie's TikTok Live on August 30th at 12 p.m. to 8. Yes, guys, Melanie is having another TikTok Live here on the 30th from 12 to 8. Yes, she's having another one. Valerie said the cast wants her back to use her. Okay. You said Mel is not coming back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. The trouble is the storylines have not changed. Right. Yes, I think it's better for her to be gone too, because she's doing so much better. You said they do not want Mel back. They need Mel back. They are users, and this is for their benefit, not Mel. They do not give a D about Mel. Okay. Yes, they were horrible to her. Yes. Yep, they were saying they wanted her back on the show. Now, out of all people, hello, Deborah. Hello. Hello, my tea sipper, Deborah. You said Hard and Hustle is catching up with Love and Marriage Huntsville, according to a CC today. Yes, baby, I love Hard and Hustle. You said Melanie has a new warehouse in Los Angeles. Oh, okay. I did not know that, Asanya. That's like I said, Melanie is doing her thing, y'all. Melanie is doing her thing. I love Hard and Hustle because I love their storylines. They let the viewers in, and I'm impressed. Yes. Yeah. I can relate to a lot of those ladies on Hard and Hustle. I can relate to a lot of them. So I really, really like Hard and Hustle. You said all our money's going to be going. You said Stormy is going to be live tomorrow. Okay. Hello, Thelma, my tea sipper. Now, y'all know we all are family over here. We can agree to disagree. Everybody is free to watch whatever, content creator that they want. We all are critical thinkers over here. And I want you guys to support whoever y'all want to support. We all are grown over here, and we all, get along. So, I hope everything works out for her on her live as well. I don't want, I'm cheering for all Black women to make it or whatever. I might not, don't, how can I put it? I don't hate Stormy. I just dislike her ways. That's all. And I'm sitting here going like this. I keep forgetting I'm on here. But I just don't like her ways, but I don't hate Stormy or anything. I used to buy stuff for my daughter for Stormy, because my daughter likes her body glow. So I used to buy stuff for my daughter for her from Stormy. Yeah, so I don't hate Stormy or anything like that. I don't hate no Black woman. I can dislike them, their ways and things like that. Okay, guys. I do supposed to be on a trip with my sissies, but y'all know my house, my basement got flooded, so I got to get that taken care of. Yeah, so I'm getting that taken care of. Yep. So I do got some trips coming up. I do got some trips coming up soon. So hopefully I can. I'm going to take y'all with me. I got some trips coming up. So, all right, we got 62 people on this live. We should have 62 likes. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the hype up button. That helps my channel get into different algorithms. So please, please hit that button as well. Did you buy Boss Baby's body glow for you or your daughter? Yes, I bought Boss Baby's body glow. Yes, I did. Y'all know I gotta support Boss Baby. Yes, I bought Boss Baby stuff. Yes. When Letitia said, "Don't talk about her marriage and kids," I was turned off. 49 likes, 62 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. That's why I said, guys, okay, the kids should be off limits, right? Nobody should be talking about nobody kids, but the other stuff as far as the marriage and what have you, I would let them bring that out. If Martell and Coleslaw got some information, if I was Marceau, Letitia, Kimmy, and Maurice, bring it, because I would get tired of them keep like threatening me or trying to hold stuff over my head. I would tell them to bring it. Oh no, Michelle, I just didn't like how so we'll get on, let me get on this for a second. The reason I don't like Stormy Ways is because this right here. When Melanie and her first became friends, Melanie was the ambassador for her, right? Melanie was an ambassador for her was it her hair products or what have you. All right. But all along, she knew that she was friends with Coleslaw and that was Martell's mistress. But not be known to Melody that Stormy knew Coleslaw, right? So then, if that's not worse, so Melanie thought that her and Stormy was establishing a friendship. Then, not be known to Melody, Melody gets Stormy on the show, not knowing to Melody that she is friends with Coleslaw as well. And Stormy never told her, "I know Coleslaw, we're friends," or whatever. Now, that's some backhanded stuff. I'm an ambassador for your product. I'm doing everything I can to get you on the show. And I got you on the show. Then come to find out you friends with Coleslaw? The lady who broke up my marriage? Oh, hell no. Hell to the fuck no. That's a betrayal of friendship to me. When you could have said all along that you knew her, you could have said that. That's a betrayal of trust and friendship. So that's my problem right there that I have. Hello, Patricia T. That's why I dislike Stormy. I dislike her ways because of that. I'm a girl's girl. And if you like Stormy is married, Melody is married, how, what you feel if that was the vice versa? If Melody knew that Courtney, I'm just saying hypothetically, if Courtney had a mistress or woman or whatever, and Melody knew it and got her on the show, that wouldn't be good at all. That wouldn't be good for Stormy. That Melanie knew this lady was sleeping with Courtney, but she got her on the show. But knowing to her, I did not know that you knew that they were friends. So you should have told me that you knew this lady. But you wait until I got you on the show, then it comes out that you and Coleslaw are friends. So I was ambassador for your hair care products. You never said that you and Coleslaw was friends. I got you on the show. You never said you and Coleslaw was friends. And it wasn't known to me until I found out that you and Coleslaw are friends. Then you said, "Yeah, I know her. She worked at my shop," or her friend worked at my warehouse. But that wasn't true either. Y'all were friends. Y'all knew each other. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Michelle. That's why I don't like her ways. Now, when you are people don't do that to people. You don't do that to no you don't do that to people. Keep hitting the like button. But like I said, I dislike her ways. I don't hate her. I just dislike her ways. I would never do that to another woman. And then break up my family. And you could have just kept it, gangster or let me know, hey, yeah, I know her. Or we friends or something like that. Oh no, they friends. They friends. Yeah, they friends. Stormy herself, she said, yeah. Stormy said she that Ariane worked at her salon or whatever. She washed hair. And then she also said that what else did she say? She said that also she coleslaw friend or something worked at her warehouse and things like that. So it's known that she do know her or what have you. Yo, I'm just a girl's girl. I don't backdoor nobody. Even if I'm associate of yours, I'm never gonna like conspire with anybody. If you married or I know that you married and I don't even have to be your friend. I could just be an acquaintance of yours. And I know somebody is trying to backdoor you with your man or your husband. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell the other person you wrong because how would you feel if somebody did do that to you as a woman? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you as a woman because I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. I agree, Dr. T. Stormy lied to Mel from the jump. Mel was blindsided. Right. As a woman, I'm going to tell you, I don't care if we just associates, acquaintance, whatever. I'm going to tell you. Okay, I understand. I thought it was unconfirmed that Stormy and Ariane were friends. Oh, Michelle, that's confirmed. They were friends. Um, then remember, Stormy mom said she never liked Mel. Wait a minute. She never liked Mel, and Mel didn't know that was. Yeah, and then Stormy mama said she never liked Mel, but Mel said she never knew that. So I didn't know why Stormy mama was saying that she didn't like Mel. I never quite understood that. Stormy knew Ariane. Yep. Yeah. Why are all the channels saying she got custody? Didn't hear Queen Sheba say anything. Please answer. I didn't know. I have been finalizing feelings for family members for Saturday. Who got custody? Wait a minute. Who they saying got custody? Wait a minute. Yeah, Stormy and her mama knew about Ariane. Yes, Lady B. The member. Wait a minute. Hi, I love it, Linda Campbell. We all love you, Linda. Is it true that Melanie got custody already? Melanie got custody with the kids? Now I haven't heard about. I know they're going to court in September. Now I know Martell still got custody. He still has visitations. Give me 1 second, y'all. Now I haven't heard anything about Martell got custody. They go to court in September. Yes, my condolences go out to you, Linda, and your family. Hello, Vivian. Mel didn't get custody of the kids. Wait a minute. Mel didn't get custody of the kids. The kids' shoes are AL. Everyone is saying Wait a minute. Did Mel just meet Stormy and then become a brand ambassador for her and use Stormy's house to film her video and let her kids swim in Stormy's pool? No. What happened was Stormy pursued Mel to be her ambassador. And then Mel used Stormy house. That was a way of getting Stormy on the show of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So by Mel using her house, and Mel paid her to use her house for that her video shoot, and then that was a way of Mel getting Stormy on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yes, Stormy also knew Trish too. Trish knew Martell as well. Yes. Yeah, so that was a way when they was talking about that. And then male kids did go over there to swim, but the thing is, Melanie's brother has a swimming pool too. So it wasn't no big deal that they went over there to swim. I think they was over there with Stormy's son or something like that, to the best of my knowledge. And then also Trish. Trish is Stormy's friend as well and Destiny's friend. And they knew Martell had some relations with Trish, and they got her on the show. But not knowing to Mel that Trish said that she was over there getting trained by Martell. Um, but this is the thing. She said that she went over there to train Martell, right? They never trained. But Marquise said that he got her on the ring cam or whatever the cameras in the house, saying that she went over there because she was horny, and she was talking about his kids was in the house, but they was on the other side of the house. So she went over there because she was horny. That's what they said. That's what Marquise said. Trish said he heard her on the ring cam saying it. So she was trying to say she didn't have sex with Martell, but Marquise said he heard her on the camera saying she had sex with Martell, allegedly. Oh, AL is getting out of hand. Yes. Excuse me, AI is getting out of hand. I'll be seeing those AI channels. They be coming up with some weird stuff. And what the AI channels do is they use all of the content creators' information about certain subjects, and they put it all together, and they come up with all type of weird shit. I haven't heard nothing about Ken, but I know he supposed to have been out that house. And y'all know what? I think Trish is happy that he had to leave. I don't think Trish won't Ken, and I don't think Trish want to marry her. But now he trying to say he don't want to marry Trish. He trying to say he don't want to marry Trish because they asked him in the clip that I seen, and they was like, "Well, he said that after everything that went on, he said he don't know if he want to marry Trish." He said, "Who brought Trish on the show?" Uh, Stormy. Stormy brought Trish on the show. Okay, Patricia. Okay, y'all. Okay, so all right, guys. So let's go on over here to Miss Cardi B. Now, y'all look at this right here, and y'all tell me if Cardi B pregnant. Y'all tell me if she pregnant. Now,
think I posted something. I'm not even sure if it was a comment or like if I did like a live or something. I know it had to be quick. I was like, that's a lie. Out of here, trying to get some money.
What was that?
I said, that's a lie. Out of here, just trying to get some money.
Who's trying to get some money?
She is.
How do you know that?
Because she sued me for $24 million.
Did you sue her?
No. I think I said something because around that time, she did went live and said something, and my fans caught it. And she was just practically saying, like, all of these lies about me and stuff like that. And I was like, I've been
All right, guys, can y'all hear me? All right, guys, here I go. I'm sorry y'all couldn't hear me. But K. Michelle's husband is going to be on the show with her. He's a dentist, but K. Michelle thought that she was too masculine to get married. So she's going to talk a little bit about her husband. That's going to be on Raw with her. So we're going to listen to K. Michelle.
For my husband did. Hallelujah. Like Jack Daniels proposed to me before, Yeah, it took my husband a long time to marry me. People might want to crack on me and joke about that or whatever. But it took my husband. Shit. I ain't gonna even play with you like that. It took my husband a decade. I wasn't perfect. I ain't gonna play. I wasn't perfect, Prince. I wasn't marriage material. I wasn't marriage material. I was a motherfucker with myself. Yeah, like I'm a little masculine. I ain't just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I had to find somebody. Yeah, so I think I've always been a lot for him. But I think I've been a lot for a lot of men. To be in a relationship, break up in that relationship. You remember we broke up when we was here. Remember, I was a real gangster. I was in a relationship. We broke up, and I got married a week later to somebody else. I don't care. It's real life. I don't care what nobody got to say about my situation. Go clean your tub. Y'all know I'm like Jack Daniels queen. Like, let's not even play them games. That's been my man. He took that long. Jack Daniels married me before my husband did. Hallelujah. Like, Jack Daniels proposed to me before, Yeah, it took my husband a long time to marry me. People might want to crack on me and joke about that or whatever. But it took my husband. Shit. I ain't gonna even play with you like that. It took my husband a decade. I wasn't perfect. I ain't gonna play. I wasn't perfect, Prince. I wasn't marriage material. I wasn't marriage material. I was a motherfucker with myself. Yeah, like I'm a little masculine. I ain't just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I had to find somebody. Yeah, so I think I've always been a lot for him. But I think I'll be a lot for a lot of men. To be in a relationship, break up in that relationship. You remember we broke up when we was here. Remember, I was a real gangster. I was in a relationship. We broke up, and I got married a week later to somebody else.
So do y'all think K. Michelle is going to fit in on Roa? Do y'all think K. Michelle is going to fit in on Roa? I don't know, y'all. K. Michelle is she's a little bit much, but I don't know. Do y'all think K. Michelle is going to fit in on Raw with the ladies? Because K. Michelle, she can dress now. She can dress, but she got her own unique way. So do you think that she's going to dress to par with the ladies? Or do y'all think she's going to fit in at all? I like K. Michelle too, but do y'all think she's going to fit in with the ladies? You know how they dress, extravagant. So do y'all think she's gonna fit in with them? You think she's too ratchet? You think she's too ratchet for Roa? Okay, okay. You think she's gonna fit in? Okay, okay. I still want to know who she called a bimbo. I thought she was talking to Kelly when she that she called a bimbo. But I could be wrong. Allegedly. Allegedly she was talking to Kelly. I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong. Y'all, I have went and got me some brisket nachos. I love brisket nachos. So I have went and got those. That was my dinner today. I got me some brisket nachos. I love brisket though. So I got that for my dinner. K. Michelle was talking about Kelly. That's what I said, Linda. She was talking about Kelly. Yep. Now I think her and Kelly is going to clash. I think her and Portia will get along. I don't know if she's going to get along with Angela though. I don't think she's going to get along with Angela. Angela, I think now. I don't know. Is Shamia coming back? I don't know if Shamia's coming back. I think she'll get along with Shamia. I think she'll get along with Drew. Well, we're gonna see. Real Housewife of Potomac extended trailer dropped today. Okay, now I haven't got into that yet, but I might start watching that because it looks like they got a lot of Black women on there, so I might start watching that. Okay, we really don't know if K. Michelle will fit in if you until she comes on. Now we know K. Michelle is on there. We know Sheree is going to be on there, and Carly Ray is going to be on there. You think she's going to be just fine on roll, Deborah? Okay, but we shall see, guys. We shall see. K is too loud and rah rah for that group. Okay. Well, K. Michelle, I don't know if she still be trying to fight though. K. Michelle will try to fight y'all. Y'all know K. Michelle will try to fight in a minute. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. But I don't know if she still be trying to fight though. But we'll see. But I think it's going to be a problem between Angela and Sheree because of Charles. I do think that. I do think that it's going to be a problem with that. Now I could be wrong. Maybe they gonna chill or whatever, but we'll see. K. Michelle is married now. Okay. But Angela, she's gonna want to know, start asking questions and things like that. Now, K. Michelle husband, he looks nice. He's nice looking, But I'm trying to see who K. Michelle. She said she got married for a week. Who the hell was you married to for a week? That's very interesting. She was married. She's talking about she was married for a week. So we're going to see who she was married to for a week. 63 likes, 60 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. You said Real House of Potomac has new last members. The trailer was interesting. Okay. Okay. I did watch Sisters. I have been watching Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates is getting good. If y'all watching Beyond the Gates, y'all know I think Bill is kind of getting jealous to see Danny with Andre. So if y'all watching Beyond the Gates, I think he's getting jealous. I don't think he thought that Danny was gonna have somebody, but he is getting jealous, and I think I don't know. I think he kind of want Danny back, y'all. I don't know. If y'all watching Beyond the Gates, I don't think he likes that he's with that she's over there with Andre. I don't think he likes it. And I think Haley can sense it. She's seen it. How when Haley and Bill walked in and seen Andre and Danny hugging, she seen the way Bill was looking at Andre and Danny hugging. Did y'all see how he was? Did you see how he was looking at Andre and Danny hugging? Did you see Bill how he was looking? He's like, he don't know a damn thing that's going on. He said, what the hell is going on here? How did he miss that? Beyond the Gates is my show. Yes, that's getting good. Allison is yes, she is crazy. You said no one can be louder than Kelly. Okay, yes, Deborah. Yep. I thought she said she was with someone and a week later she got married to someone else. Yes, I thought she said she had married someone for a week and then I guess she divorced him or she was with someone for a week. Let me know which one is it. Yes, Bill is getting jealous. Yes. And then he says he's going to fix this. What do he mean by he's going to fix this? Does he mean he wants his family back now? I guess I don't think he thought Danny was going to get out there and get her nobody. Bill has said he has missed out on everything. Yes, I think he wants to get back with Danny. And then y'all know he sent Haley home again. And he even told Haley not to come over there. Now, when has he done that? He ain't never told Haley not to come nowhere he at. He sent her home. Then you see how he was holding Daddy's hand? And then Haley saw that too. Yeah, so he didn't know that Chelsea was dating a woman, which is his doctor. So he didn't know all that either. So he said he missed out on everything. But he was really shocked when he seen Danny and Andre. He said Bill is not going to take the case of Ted. I don't think so either. I think he tried to get back in his good graces with the Dupree family and Danny now. I don't know, y'all. Look, when he said that I'm gonna fix this, he said now he's trying to put it off on his kids. That look at my kids' eyes when he broke up the family and all this and that. Now he's trying to put it on his kids. So now I don't know what he said he gonna fix this. Does that mean he want to get his family back together by saying he want to fix it? He said, I'm going to fix it. What does he mean by he going to fix it? I think Haley can feel that Bill is starting back to have feelings for Danny. That's what I think. I don't know. I think so. Did they find the girl who kidnapped? Did they find the girl who was kidnapped beyond the gates? No, they haven't found Chelsea yet, Deborah. That's who they trying to find. That crazy lady, Allison, that kidnapped her. Now today Allison, her and Chelsea are getting married. Allison is performing their wedding today. Allison and Chelsea is getting married. And then, Chelsea was trying to fool like we don't have no minister. Allison said she went online and became a minister. But Bill told Nicole Ted still loves her. He is not going to represent Ted in the divorce. Bill told Nicole Ted still loves her. He is not going to represent Ted in the divorce. Yeah, I think Bill he wants to get back with Danny now because he saw her with Andre. So do you think? Let me know in the chat if y'all think Bill want to get back with Danny because he thought Danny didn't have nobody. I'm telling you, he thought Danny didn't have nobody, and I don't think he likes seeing that young man with his ex-wife, y'all. I think he's saying, "Oh, she done got her young man." Danny said, "You got your young woman. I got me a young man." Just saying. But I think Andre really liked Danny. I think Andre is falling in love with Danny. Just my personal opinion. Let me know what y'all think. And do y'all think Nicole is going to take Ted back, or is she going to go? Now, see, what I don't like in soap operas where people start messing around with people's friends. Now, why would Nicole go mess with his business partner? Why are you trying to date his business partner, Nicole? You can't find nobody else. And then his business partner is messy as well. Why would you try to go after this man wife? I don't like that. And then I think something gonna happen with that money that Dana got. Something they're gonna find some type of loophole to get that money away from Dana. I think Bill gonna find some type of loophole to get that money away from Dana. That money away from Dana. Bill told Nicole Tess, let me see. Not right now, but when Bill finds out about Haley lies, he might want his family back. Okay. But this is the thing. Do we Haley can't have kids or something? Because why is she faking a pregnancy? Or do she? I don't know. I'm confused with that part. And then the doctors, where is she getting these doctors at? That's going along with her story here. Yes, Andre is falling for Danny. He told her, "I'm here for you." Yeah, I think he really likes Danny, and maybe Danny is falling for him too, though. But see, if Bill come back and tell Danny he want her back, do y'all think Danny will go back with Bill? That's another thing. Do y'all think Danny will go back with Bill? Now, trying to think. Would Danny go back with Bill? She might. Or she might realize that she is falling in love with Andre. Now, I don't know. She might go back with Bill, but she might realize that Andre has been there for her, and she might now she might not go back with Bill. Bill might want her back, and she might not go back with him because I think Bill is starting to get feelings for Danny too, and I don't think he thought Danny had nobody. But you can see how he looked at her, and I know Haley feel that, and she saw it. How Bill was looking at Danny and Andre. Now, if she didn't see that or didn't feel that, I don't know what type of woman intuition she got, because I surely seen it. And then she should know something. Bill telling her to go home, so she should know something wrong right then and there. Bill ain't never told Haley to go home or nothing like that. So, I think Bill is going to want to be back with his family because he think he's missing out on stuff that's going on with his girls. And then also, Sonya, I think too he's going to be mad about Haley lying about that pregnancy too. I think that's going to be another problem. And Naomi knows she lied about that pregnancy because of that ultrasound. And I think she's going to tell her dad, "Hey, smart cookie. Yeah, we up late." You said Haley doctor is online. Ashley knows it. Yep, and Ashley know it too. So I think once they get Chelsea back, then I think they're gonna start putting two and two together. That's what I think is gonna happen. And then with Dana, something gonna happen where Dana they're gonna find a way to stop that money with Dana. They're gonna do something. Bill gonna get back into Dupree's good graces, and they're gonna stop that money. Oh, Deborah said yes, she would take Bill back. Oh, okay. Because it seems like they kind of liking Bill now for a little bit. I think they're gonna find a way to get that money back from Dana. I think they're gonna find a way. And then also I think they're gonna find a way to get her kicked out that country club. Because if you harassing people in there, they can get you kicked out, especially the Duprees. I think they're gonna have her ass kicked out. I think they're gonna have her ass kicked on out of there. Smart Cookie, I do need you to DM me so me and you can chit chat for a minute tomorrow. Let me know what's a good time for you. Yeah, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think Danny is getting feelings for Andre. Now, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she think she won't build back, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think she is falling for Andre. I don't think. Well, we'll see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We gonna see. And then I don't think Ashley really wanna be but with Derek, but she feels sorry for Derek because of that accident. I think Ashley still likes Andre, but she can see that Andre got a thing for Nicole. I mean for Danny. That's what I think. And then Joey, he gonna mess up what's his name? What's her husband name? His name Derek? No, no, no. What is her husband name? The one that was a doctor, he quit, and he the one that was gambling. What is his name? Um, what is his name? I think Joey gonna do something to him. Danny got her eye on Danny got her eyes on Ted not going to happen. He looked at her getting away from me. He got her eye on Ted not going to happen. He looked at her. Okay. I don't I don't know. I now do you think that Nicole should give Ted another chance? Or do y'all think she should just not just go ahead on divorce Ted? Because it happened so long ago, and the girl is in her 20s and things like that. So now y'all know I don't deal with no infidelity, but I'm just trying to think if that happened so long ago I didn't know about it, and then the girl is 20, would I still be like I don't know. That's a good question. I would have to think about that. Um, that the girl is of age and it's happened a long time ago, and he hasn't did anything since. I would have to really, really think about that. But I don't know. It could be. It might be a possibility. Maybe. And then, y'all, what is going on with Tamaz and Kat? Do Tamaz is it? Do she not just like Tamaz, or maybe she not into men? Do you think that's what's wrong with Kat? Oh, let's see here. You said yes. I think Nicole should. Let's see. Daddy will keep her little thin line for sure. Yeah, I think she's gonna keep Andre. Now, personally for me, I wouldn't go with younger people, but Danny, and Andre, they look like they make a nice couple. But I don't think Bill gonna let that ride. Mm-mm. No, Bill, I don't think Bill gonna let it ride. Then he going to. I think Bill gonna go to Ted and ask Ted, "Oh, why didn't you tell me your nephew was dating Danny?" I think that's why he not gonna take that case, and I think he gonna go to Ted and say, "Why did you tell me your nephew was dating Danny?" I think that's gonna be a problem for them too. Let me know what y'all think about that, but I think it's gonna be a problem. Yes, I think Nicole should take I think Nicole should take another chance. I think Leslie is going to be up to no good. Yes. Tomas turns Cat off. But she lost her virginity to him. I wonder why he turns her off. Because she was so, wanted to give it to him and everything. I don't know. Because if she don't want Tomas, because y'all know Eva want him. But I think she keep trying to force herself to want Tomas, and he just not doing it for her. Leslie was bold going over to their house. Yes, she was. That's why I said I think they're gonna do something where they could turn that money off. Because I think if if she was the one that was donating the money to that trust fund, I do think that she should be able to turn it off if she wants to. That's what I think. Oh, excuse me, guys. I think that she should be able to turn that money off. But I think Bill them gonna find a way for her to turn that money off, y'all. I think he gonna find a way. They gonna find a way for her to be able to stop that money because Leslie is doing too much, and she keep running after Ted, and Ted do not want her ass. He don't want her, so I don't know. He don't want her. Yeah, Bill is jealous. He want Danny back. You see, he done sent Haley home. He done sent Haley ass home. And then June. June. Do y'all think the kids are going to give June a chance to start? And once June, oh my light that went off. Once June, get a house and things like that because she want a job. Do y'all think they're gonna be going over there to see her? My light that went out. Let me try to fix that. Um, do y'all think the kids are going to be going over there by June house? I don't think it would be no harm for June to see the kids. I don't think June will hurt those kids. I don't. I don't think June will hurt the kids. I think that if the kids they big enough and things like that, and if they auntie want to see them, I don't think there's no harm. I don't think it's no harm if the kids want to go over there to see June. Because June, it looks like she's going to do a lot better. And before she didn't want stay in no hotel or nothing like that, and now she see those kids, she want to better herself. So I don't think there's no harm in that. What y'all think? Y'all think it'll be okay for her to see those kids? Why is this light going off? You said yes, the kids will communicate with her. I think so. And then who is the other one we talking about? What is the other one? Eva. 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 I'm on the fence with Eva because she plays both sides. She know her mother do wrong, and she still continue to stick with her and play both sides. I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like about Eva. I know that's her mother, but she know her mother be doing wrong and everything, and she still plays both sides when she know her mama be wrong. She know the woman ain't got good sense. Haley came to make sure he stays away from Danny. Haley is jealous of Danny. Yeah, but he ain't staying away from Danny. Didn't you see? Haley came over there. He didn't send Haley home. Haley gone back to the house. He said it was getting late. She needs to go home. Yep. So she didn't went on to the house. He want to sit there and keep his eye on Danny, honey. All right, guys, let's do a little bit of Black history. Give me just a second here. I think this is, wait a minute. Oh, that's not it. Yeah, I did want to talk a little bit about Emmett Till. His mother, she done got older, and she talks about the first time she seen her son body. I did want to talk about that. I did want to talk about that. I think that would be that's very interesting. Mamie, she wants to talk about Emmett the first time she saw his body. This is the untold story.
Was so strong until it covered a 2 or 3 block area. My father was on one side of me, and Rayfield Moody was on the other side of me, and Jean was at my back. And I shrugged them. I said, turn me loose. I've got a job to do, and I don't have time to be fainting now. I saw his tongue had been choked out, and it was lying down on his chin. I saw that this eye was out, and it was lying about midway the cheek. I looked at this eye, and it was gone. I looked at the bridge of his nose, and it looked like someone had taken a meat chopper and chopped it. And I looked at his teeth, because I took so much pride in his teeth. His teeth were the prettiest things I'd ever seen in my life, I thought. And I only saw 2. Where are the rest of them? They'd just been knocked out. And I was looking at his ears. His ears were like mine. They curled. They're not attached, and they curled up. The same way mine are. And I didn't see the ear. Where's the ear? And that's when I discovered a hole about here, and I could see daylight on the other side. I said, now, was it necessary to shoot it? If that's a bullet hole, was that necessary? And I also discovered that they had taken an axe and they had gone straight down across his head and the face. And
history has never just been about what happened. It's about what's been told, and more importantly, what's been left out. For centuries, Black history has been clipped down to pain, chained to struggle.
That is so sad, y'all. They had his ears, his teeth. She said they had took an axe to his head. Did y'all know that? I did not know they had did all that to Emmett Till body, y'all. They had an axe in the middle of his in the middle ways of his head. She said he had maybe 2 teeth, his nose, That is so sad. And I know a lot of people don't remember this. Do you know she had an open casket for his funeral? She wanted everybody to see what they had did to him. She said his eye was laying out, and then she said the other eye was gone. The other eye was gone. I did not know they had did all that to Emmett Till's body. I did not know all that happened to him. And I guess they want you to look at the documentary, but she's telling untold stuff that was not in the newspaper that happened to him. You remember the open casket, but I didn't know all that stuff. And she said they was trying to chop his head in two. She said his face and his head. I, oh, that was a lot right there. That was a lot. I did not know that. I did not know that, Deborah. They had did so much to his body. And she said that she was looking for his ear. His ear was gone. And she said you can see straight through his ear to the other side. They had shot him, I guess, in the ear here, and it went out the other side. She said because you could see straight through it. That was a lot. Let me see what y'all said. Maybe Bill means get closer to his girls. Okay. You said Nicole gets on my nerves for her to be a psychiatrist. She seems slow. Yep. Yeah, she does. I think she, you know, maybe it'll take her some time to forgive him, but I think maybe she should. But I don't know what I would do because it's been so long, and it's not like it's a little child; it's a grown adult. That brings emotion like when I saw Roots. I went to work the next day and work the devils out of those people. Yeah, Roots. That brings up a lot of emotions as well. Yep, I can understand that. Yeah, yeah. When you watch those movies, those slavery movies and things like that, and especially when I watched Django, oh, I was so mad. When I used to watch Django, not like the Django, but when I watched it, I just was like our ancestors went through a lot, and I said no, I don't think I could have did it. I probably would have been passed away or unalive. I couldn't have did it. Even that movie, Annabella, that's a good movie to watch too. That's another good movie to watch. Um, I just Annabella, and also that movie called Alice, where Alice. That's a good movie with Kiki Palmer, where the people could not get over slavery, and they had those people living on that. It was like a plantation, and those people still thought that they were in slavery, and had them people out there working like they were still slaves, and it was slavery had been over. And how they found out is that little boy, because his wife had divorced him, and they used to bring that little boy back to that plantation where he could see his father. And if y'all never seen that movie Alice with Kiki Palmer, y'all need to watch that. That is a really good movie. His mom insisted on an open casket. She wanted the world to see what they had done. I remember the Jet magazine back then. Yeah. Yep. Sinners was a good movie too. But it was crazy. So yeah. Yeah, y'all need to watch Alice. That is a real if y'all never seen that movie Alice with Kiki Palmer, it's on Prime. Or I think you can watch it on another on other show on another station too. It is really good. It's called Alice with Kiki Palmer and Comet is in it. Kiki Palmer and Comet is in that movie. It's really good, guys. Um, it's really really good. Now, this right here is crazy, y'all. A woman hit somebody and kept going because she had to get to work. Lady, there ain't that much getting to work in the world. She said she had to get to work. I told you it's something wrong with people. It's something definitely wrong with people, y'all. She said she had to get to work. She went there and told her job. This woman here. Now, you tell me. Now, I understand that everybody got to get to work, y'all. I understand that. But this lady here, y'all, she went to this lady here. Woman didn't stop after fatal hit and run to not be late. Told boss she possibly killed some, unalived someone. So she was in a rush to get to work. She knew she hit someone. She did a hit and run, right? So you was in that bigger rush to get to work to tell your boss that you possibly unalived somebody trying to get to work so you wouldn't be late. Now, do that make any sense, y'all? After her boss told her to call 911, the woman allegedly replied with things like, I didn't really want to say anything. Well, I know I didn't hit them. I don't think I hit the person. And I know, I swear. So, so you, I'm confused this whole story. So you did the hit and run. You got to work on time, so you could tell your boss that you possibly hit somebody and possibly unalive somebody. Well, you could have just stayed there on the scene and called your boss at the scene. So what difference did it make if you got to work on time or not? Because the police gonna come get you anyway. So you're gonna miss work anyway. So what difference did it make if you got to work on time or not if you didn't hit somebody? So you gonna get in more trouble for the hit and run. So you calling the police now. You're not gonna still be at work. So what difference did it make by you getting to work telling your boss that? Because the police come to get you, you're going downtown. That's a hit and run. So you might have well just have stayed there on the scene and called your boss from the scene. Did that make any sense to y'all? This didn't make no sense, y'all. You still ain't gonna be able to stay at work, hon. I don't know what part didn't click in here. When they come get you, you still going downtown. He said another chance. I think Kiki knew something was wrong when she was in the field and looked up and saw that airplane flying over. Yes. Yep. Yes, Patricia. Yep. When I was in school, they showed a lot of slavery movies on TV, and I remember I would go to school and fight the white kids, and my mom and dad had to sit me down and talk to me about slavery. What she means, she thinks she hit someone and my hit someone at the right time. She could not see. I mean, what is she saying? She said the woman hit somebody. She did a hit and run, right? Because she didn't want to be late for work. So when she got to work, she told her boss that she possibly unalived somebody because she knows she had did a hit and run. But the reason she didn't stop, she said, is because she didn't want to be late for work. So when she got to work, she told her boss that she possibly hit somebody and unalived them. But she knows she had did it. But she didn't want to stop because she didn't want to be late for work. So her boss told her to call 911. But my thing is, you still gonna be late for work. You're not even gonna be at work because the police gonna come get you from work because you did a hit and run. So you going downtown. So you still gonna be late for work. You're not even gonna be at work. So you might as well just have stayed on at the scene. So I'm that's why I was confused where she said that the reason that she didn't stop because she didn't want to be late for work. Ma'am, you're going to jail now. You did a hit and run. So you go miss work. So it didn't matter if you was gonna be late for work or not. You already knew you hit somebody, so you was gonna miss work anyway. Anywhere it go, you gonna miss work. So you just should have stayed there. You wouldn't have got the hit and run. Now you're gonna get the hit and run and possibly unaliving somebody. You rooting for June? Yes, I think June, she just had some problems. I hope they give her another chance. I do. I hope they give her another chance. I hope they give June another chance. And I think if June, start maybe going to counseling or, start going to counseling and getting, some help. Because I think she got some issues with something. So if she started going to counseling, getting some help, I think I'd be more, open to her. No job is worth that. Right. It's not worth it. All right, guys, we've been on here for 2 hours and 11 minutes. I thank you guys so much for coming over here, spending y'all 2 hours with me today. Thank y'all so much. You guys, make sure you hit the like button. And also, if you see that hype thing on the video, please hit the hype button because that gets my video to more people. So if you see that hype button in the chat or on your screen, please hit that because that helps my video. Y'all should see it on y'all screen, that hype button. So make sure y'all hitting the hype button. That makes it go out to more people. And also make sure y'all are sharing the video and liking the video. Okay, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night. And make sure you're watching your surroundings because we got some loonies out here. Make sure you're watching your surroundings. Good night, everyone.